Yeah, and actually, yeah, we've been doing a steady regime of Team Deathmatch 2v2, which I love. I mean, honestly, it is a shame we're not going to be able to bring that to you tonight. But Capture the Flag, I mean, we've had a lot of people really just wanting it to go down. I think there's just a desire for Capture the Flag. So let me change up these team overlays real quick here.
I guess also for those of you tuning in via the Ustream front page or whatever you are viewing us with, last time we had a big influx of viewers. People were complaining about there being no chat on our Ustream page. If you would like to join the conversation, please head over to gamesurge.net IRC. Our channel is QL.TV. If you don't have IRC, head over to our website and go to the live page. That's quakelive.tv/live.php. And there is a built-in Mibit chat bot, function.
Plugin.
So if you'd like to join the conversation, there you go. Yeah, plugin's the word I was looking for. Cool.
Yeah, so really our live page is a one-stop shop, and it gets you to all the places you need to be. And the reason why we don't do the Ustream chat is because the Quake Live community is, at least in North America, is really strong on the GameSurge.net IRC channel, and so we found it counterproductive to try to split the viewing communities, because we really wanted to kind of consolidate all the chatter that goes on in IRC, and we found that you know, just hopping people over to GameSurge was the easiest way to do it. It looks like we're going to see Effortless and the Rape Train tonight on Soy, and over on Lights Out we've got Adrenaline, Fear, Supper's Ready, and Crave Josh. We've seen Crave Josh and Adrenaline many times in various Lights Out coverage. Very strong CTF players. Fear is from EM, Lead Mutation, and of course I understand EM merged with Lights Out just a couple of days ago, so it's a nice change of pace for them. They you know, definitely picked up a couple of strong players. There we go. I turned my mic a little bit. I was pointed a little bit away from my
I was wondering what was going on with that.
There we go. Yeah. Yes, apparently it's...
I know I'm a bit out of the loop lately, but...
It's in the way that you use it, yeah. So yeah, TGM, it's a pleasure to have you back on the stream, man. How are your classes going? Hopefully well?
Yeah, they're going really well. I got pretty much ahead in both the classes, so it's giving me a little more time this next couple weeks to play some Quake and maybe get back into casting a little bit.
Awesome,
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've definitely been missing you. We've had a great time, though. You know, big thanks to Jahar and all the other QLTV staffers, Fear especially. Wow, Effortless is a really high sensitivity. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're gonna go watch someone else. Yeah, we've really enjoyed. You know, got some great new staffers on there. Hopefully, you get a chance to kind of get to know them.
It's really good seeing Jahar step up with the streaming stuff. That's that was a big help, I know, to you.
Yeah.
Until I get myself up and running here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I've actually gotten
your
a night
job,
off
TGM.
once. Yeah, if we get 3 streams running on a regular basis, I mean, Jesus Christ, that would be the coolest thing in the world. Hello. It would just be like Powerhouse of Quake Live. They'll never stop. We could go for like 24 streams. Wouldn't that be nice? So yeah, TGM, honestly, dude, I want your thoughts on this Intel Extreme Masters, man. I mean, what were your predictions, first of all, and were they, you know, were they on par? Were you surprised by anything?
No, I mean, I mean, I might have a little bit of American bias or whatnot, but you know, I obviously expected Rafa to win that tournament, so the victory wasn't a shock. Cypher coming in second probably wasn't a complete shock to me either. Like I said, I kind of expected Chance to do a little bit better. You know, I was kind of disappointed in his performance. Dahang played good at times, and you know, not bad overall. Cooler actually was a bit of a surprise, though I don't think Cooler, I mean, I can't say this with 100% certainty, but I don't know how much Cooler is actually playing. I mean, I know the Euros, anytime Cooler joins a tournament, they are quick to hop on his bandwagon. I mean, I think I remember seeing the ESR vote for who was going to win the ESL Masters, and I think Cooler had like a 15%, you know, head-to-head lead over Rafa, which I thought was unbelievable. considering Rafa's won what the last 3 or 4 tournaments in a row. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what this guy has to do to get respect, but I think he's earned it finally.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, yeah, I think that that Cooler, like for me, I was actually expecting, like I said before, I really think that Noctis taking him down, and even in the 5 maps, that was a surprise to me. And unfortunately, we saw Noctis kind of, go back to his sort of normal fare, which is still really good. Don't get me wrong, but he just played amazingly against Cooler to pick up that, especially that 5th map. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm looking at the playoff results, trying to think of something that surprised me, but honestly, it all pretty much makes sense. In my head, it was down to these individuals anyway. I didn't think Maddox would make it to the playoffs.
Right.
I expected to see someone else there. That's pretty much the only surprise in that playoff bracket for me. A lot of people expected Cooler to come back. Word on the street was he's been practicing pretty hard, and everyone knows he's a Quake legend. But at the same time, we've seen Rafa do quite well recently, and I almost something inside of me expected Sturming to go a little bit further, but then again he faced up against Fox, and Fox is an amazing Quake legend as well. So there's no real surprises, nothing really out of the ordinary here. Pretty much.
Well,
actually,
I guess another thing that did surprise me was Sparty's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of surprised me.
Really?
Because he's been playing well in the last couple tournaments.
I don't know. Like I kind of saw it as like maybe there's a little bit of an intimidation factor there. I will say this. I was really pulling for Fox. I didn't think that he would make it all the way, but I was really pulling for him because this dude. I said this many times throughout the course of the last 2 days, but this guy is so worth. Like he's so set. He's due the big win. He's been in like the top 4 for how many tournaments now? I mean, TGM, you probably can do the math better than me. You're probably aware of like everyone, whereas I'm just aware of a handful of the stuff that he's been doing. But I mean, he gets himself into the playoffs in nearly every single thing that he enters. But then, it's the unfortunate thing. He chokes. He finds a moment where he just does something silly, and it all falls apart, and you kind of go, that was the moment that lost it for him. Now, I will say this, though. That did not happen. He was just simply outplayed. But, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, Cypher did outplay him.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything that was like a massive choke. And so for me, what that's saying is like maybe, Fox is finally getting over that sort of, he's getting enough tourney experience under his belt and all that kind of stuff where, one day he will not have that big single mistake, and so he can just focus on his game. And honestly, because when Fox is really on, he does some of the most unpredictable stuff you can ever imagine in this game. And so, I'm going to be kind of rooting for him in whatever else he decides to enter, because, I mean, like I said, he's just due. He's just due. I've got mad respect for him.
Yeah, Fox has always been one of those players who, he's always been really consistent and has always been a top-tier player, but has never really been able to, maybe break into that, super elite status with an actual victory. I think all the way back to like maybe the early QuakeCons, he was always placed in top 5 in those things.
Exactly.
But eventually I think he'll probably break through and get that victory, but it's probably a lot of pressure too. You get to thinking about it. You play so well in so many tournaments, and then you just can't quite get over that final hump.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go live here, guys. This is gonna be Soy versus Lights Out. This is a little pickup game we threw together, and we really appreciate these guys. Throwing together a scrim that we can stream out. We're gonna watch. We didn't finish off the rest of the rosters here. So we've got Suppers Ready, Crave Joss, Adrenaline, and Fear on Lights Out. We've got Effortless, The Rape Train, User Command, and what was that? How the fuck do you pronounce that last name there, TGM?